Lappin, City Councilwoman for Roosevelt Island and the Upper East Side. I also wanted to recognize all the elected officials who are here today, and Ambassador Vanden Heuvel, Sally Menard, and Gina Calera, because without all of them, today would not have happened. And the speaker was right. When I first took office in 2006, there was not a lot of public support for this project, and there was very, very little money. But there was a vision. There was a timeless vision of the Louis Kahn Design Monument to FDR, which will be the only monument to President Roosevelt in his home state. There's a monument to Eleanor, but there is not a monument to President Roosevelt. This vision does date back 4 decades, and this island was named Roosevelt Island in anticipation of this memorial being built. I was energized and moved by that vision, and we restarted the campaign, Sally and the ambassador, and I'm very proud that I was the first elected official to put public funds behind this project. But what's so wonderful about today is that we have leaders from the federal, state, and city level who have all been moved by this vision and who are all committed to seeing this project through and making it happen. And when those granite blocks arrive in a few minutes, we're really going to get to see that vision starting to take shape. This project is also important because this land that you're on today and the 7 or 8 miles north of it, were completely fenced off 364 days a year until relatively recently. So by building this and South Point Park just north, which you walked past, we are reclaiming public waterfront land and giving it back to the public, which is not something that we get to do very often in Manhattan. In light of the debate that's been going on in this city about the Islamic Cultural Center, I think it's very important for us to stand here today and remember how and why our country was founded, what our soldiers fought for in World War II and continue to fight for today in Iraq and Afghanistan. This park will commemorate FDR's For Freedom speech at a time when some in our city and in our country seem to have forgotten the sanctity of those freedoms, particularly freedom of speech and freedom of religion. And we can and we will sit on the site and look out at the United Nations and remember President Roosevelt, what he stood for, and what our country stands for. Thank you.